just did another ranting video about this stupid article saying that the ketogenic diet puts you at risk with PALEO Mom. Had to switch up the old hairdo so I know I can distinguish the different videos with the same outfit, and you know, because I'm a pound a couple out, because I got lots to say. Okay, let's get right on to it. So my last video was about the PALEO Mom writing an article saying about the risks of keto. So my response to that was bullshit, because your body produces glucose without eating a drop through gluconeogenesis. Now, people who've got underlying issues, it can exacerbate and it can show its ugly head. When you have issues you don't even know. It's not the ketogenic diet that gives you these problems. It's you and what you've done before. And the blood sugar dysregulation. Don't ask me. Go read Nora Gagaudis' book, Primal Body, Primal Mind, because she will break it down for you. Yes. So what's the issue? People are so damaged, they're so inflamed, they have so many issues. They got histamine intolerance, they got mast cell issues with their histamine, overproduction of histamine. They have like autoimmune, they've got neuro issues, the medulla, the I mean, they got issues. They got like thyroid, adrenals, and freaking heart disease, and like Crohn's, and people have got like ADD and ADHD and depression, and I mean, and cancer, and the list goes friggin' skin issues and acne and eczema, blah, 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 blah. And everybody just lives with this stuff, and they go take a pill, or they put the steroid cream on, or whatever they do, but they don't go down that rabbit hole and do their due diligence and find out what the real issue is. So when people write stupid articles saying that the ketogenic diet puts you at risk, no, you put yourself at risk way before the ketogenic diet, and the ketogenic diet thankfully showed you that you had underlying quiet symptoms that you didn't even know about. Keto is actually an amazing thing. And I'm so annoyed that there's all these stupid conflicting articles, and I'm so sick of hearing about nuts, cheese, caffeine, alcohol, and oh, you know, it's the holidays and I need to grow a set. Hi guys. Just continuing my rant. So today's video is about, so kind of like a little intro into that, saying that it's not the ketogenic diet, it's you. The ketogenic diet actually shows you've got an underlying issue. And what you need to do is you need to fix your issue and graduate yourself into ketosis slowly over weeks, 5 weeks, and cut out all that processed foods and put in there and take away dates and all this high sugar stuff, and figure out and take out the caffeine and take out the nuts and take out anything that's an allergen, because a lot of you guys have them. Yeah? Why do you have hay fever? Why do you have seasonal allergies? Why do you have skin issues? Think about it, people. This is not normal. Okay. So today I want to talk about Atkins, PALEO, and freaking keto. Let's distinguish it, please. So really? Okay. Atkins, Dr. Atkins, in the 80s, early 90s, came up with this, well, it wasn't something he came up with. He had read about it, heard about it, epilepsy, and Stephenson, and went to Alaska with Inuit, and all the stuff, right, that Stephen Finney speaks about in his seminars, and Gary Taubes and whatnot. But anyway, the whole point is that, yeah, he was like, he kind of stumbled upon it in the sense that he realized that you could eat as much protein as you wanted because you'd get full really fast. And when people would stop eating things that would spike their blood glucose and insulin, because insulin makes you store fat, so if you're not eating foods that spike your insulin, you're not storing fat, and so people would lose weight. So it worked really, really well on people. But the problem is that these people were not reaching any level of ketogenesis. So they would essentially lose a kind of a chunk of inflammation, a chunk of water, a chunk of muscle, and a chunk of fat. And then their body would go, okay, we need some energy, and we don't know how to make ketones yet, and this meat is converting into glucose. So people would get off, they would crave their carbs back, they would try Atkins again, and it wouldn't work. Now today, Atkins has come up with like all these stupid products and bars and crap and fake foods, and then there's like another section of Atkins that's like, no, We're the healthy side. We're keto promoting. But I'm at the end of the day, if that name Atkins and people go online and they see these plastic foods and there's another version that's like more healthy, then the whole thing is BS to me, because it really has to promote whole foods, period. Can't be like, oh, new Atkins, old Atkins. No. Keto, now paleo is this concept that's supposed to be Paleolithic era. People were eating what they ate back in that time, but they really didn't eat all that fruit, and they didn't eat all this GMO stuff, and they really didn't eat, I didn't eat it all, these man-made, produce and vegetables and fruits. They did not, and they did not eat all those nuts, because nuts are hard to get in the wild. It's hard to break the shell. Some of the shells are poisonous. Come on, people! And so people do not do their due diligence and actually read about the Paleolithic era. You know I can't do a video without sirens. You know sirens have to go off. Because if there's no sirens, it's not a Stephanie video. And of course, me going, this is the business, yes? Guess what? I'm just short of 6 years on keto with no refeeding on carbohydrates. But I digress. So, back to the subject, because I gotta go do another video. So let's talk about what? Paleo some more. Louder, come on. It is not traditional unless we got sirens and people dying somewhere out there. So, paleo, so people go on paleo, kind of the same thing as Atkins, right? They don't eat the fast food, they don't eat the junk, they lose weight on the scale, they lose water, they lose muscle, they feel a little bit better, and they swear by it. But all of a sudden, they can't get that chub off. Why can't I get the business like Stephanie? Why can't I get as lean as Steph? Well, that must be because of her genetics. Louder! Come on, bring it! I'm ready for anything! I know, I'm a dork. Okay, but here we go. So, it becomes also an institution of business. It's very commercialized, right? Very, very commercialized. And I'm sure people are going to try to commercialize keto. But it's really hard because you got to eat whole food, right? It's hard to put keto in a package. Really hard. I'm sure some of you out there are trying to figure out a way to do it. But here we go, because I've had people call me and be like, oh, what about this product? I'm like, it's not worth how much it's going to cost to produce it. And then, no. People need to focus on fixing themselves first before starting to look for exterior things to make their lives easier. Because it's making your life easier which got you into your your physical mess of being tired and all these other host and barrage of issues. But with that said, paleo has become a super business commercialized garbage of products again, and Quest bars and dates and the bread and the paleo bread and the paleo this, the paleo that, and then you got the paleo mom talking shite about keto, which is absolutely freaking a miracle from the heavens or something. And now we got people afraid because they need to do their due diligence and read about why people have exacerbated issues when they try keto, because they have underlying hidden issues they didn't know about. So with that said, the real paleo? Come on, Nora, tell them. The real paleo from the real Paleolithic era is keto. But we still don't eat a true ketogenic diet because we ain't hunters, right? We ain't hunting. When's the last time I had an eyeball? Never. Brain, intestines, well, I've had chitlins. Heart, liver, I've had liver. I've never had tongue or cow balls or whatever the softer bits of an animal are. But with that said, that's what they ate. Did they eat the muscle meat? Yeah, they did, if they were starving. But if they had a lot of food, they didn't eat that. They gave it to the dogs, right? Because the love is in the soft bits of the animal. The fat, soluble vitamins, vitamin E, D, A, and K, and these are the mothership of vitamins and minerals that you need to survive. It's kind of hard to get all that iron in spinach, yo. Iron is really difficult to absorb. So you can be on that supplementation forever and it's not working because you need to go eat a bloody steak that's grass-fed and get your hemoglobin numbers up and your ferritin numbers up. So, yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, right? Where are we? Hey. Got the Atkins covered. I really think that Dr. Atkins was badass, really. He was a badass because he did things unconventionally. And everything I am is unconventional, right? Everything. Head to freaking toe. So I love the underdog. But he didn't live long enough because he slipped on ice, yo. He didn't live long enough to figure out about things about getting into ketosis and the benefits of it. It's when I see these articles saying that by the paleo mom saying that it's not good for epilepsy. Like, really? Y'all need to do it right. It's not easy. And you have to turn towards people like me and like other experts like Finney and Peter Attia and Dominic D'Agostino and Volek to basically all the experts that are in Jimmy Moore's book Keto Clarity, to ask the big questions. Now, sometimes these experts don't answer the small questions that really tie with the big ones, so people are still very confused. But my ass does. My silly ass goes and talks to a lot of people, and I start drawing the conclusions and the lines just out of the sheer volume of people that I speak with and speak to find out what the deal is. And so I know that people can adapt with hashis and with issues. But I'm digressing away from what the difference is between the diets. So keto would be a modified version of the real true hunter-gatherer Paleolithic diet or lifestyle as a hunter. And instead we eat things like bone broth. That's a very easy way, very palatable. You can make it super tasty. You know, people are like, how do you spice it? I'm like, use bay leaves, use fresh herbs, bay leaves, thyme, sage, oregano, basil. Throw it up all in there. I'll throw some duck fat and some butter and obviously Himalayan salt and some apple cider vinegar to leach out the marrow and let it cook. Or you can use a pressure cooker and cook it in a couple of hours. And inside the marrow is the B12 and the potassium and the zinc and the chromium and the iron and all these amazing minerals to help keep your body, magnesium, to keep your body in balance because our soil is so depleted of magnesium. So with that said, the real true keto diet is really paleo. But the modified version of keto is about finding whole foods. Where are we? Whew. Finding whole foods. I mean, there must be like buildings burning down because those sirens have been going off. 2 videos I'm doing right now. And you know my videos are not short. So, a real keto diet would be 80% fat, 5% carbohydrates, and from net carbs of whole foods, not this packaged stuff. Now, when you're dealing with packaged foods, you would do the total carbs and not the net carbs. But with really fibrous veggies, yeah, you can do the net carb, not even a problem, you know. And you can eat as many avocados as you want because of the fiber and because of the fat and how slow down digestion and the rate at which the carbohydrates hit the blood. So do not count the carbs in avocados. With that said, yes, I have new downloadable plans on my website. They actually need to be continued to be modified and upgraded because I'm reading so much about histamine intolerance. Now, most of you guys do not have a histamine problem, not a noticeable one. So things like eggs and avocados and spinach and limes and cinnamon, not being able to eat those foods do not apply to most of you. Do not, listen to me, do not apply to most of you. So I'm going to create a histamine intolerance plan specifically for other people. I have level 1 plans. These aren't beginners. This is level 1. It's designed for people who are trying to get into ketosis. You can be on ketosis 5 years and never get into it. These plans are designed to get the macros in a ratio closer to what you would need to keto adapt, and plus explaining to you how this concept works. Because you can get your macros perfect, but you got to get your sleep on point. On point! And I mean the 5th level of sleep, because a lot of you guys aren't doing that. So that's the real, because we still live under EMF poisoning, chemtrails, toxins everywhere. But if we can get our asses moving, working out, getting our macros on point, eating whole foods that are organic, fresh, as best we can. I know this stuff is expensive. But that's the difference between all of it.